Our guest is Dr. Fayola Delica, and she's a queen ordained by God to birth out other queens. Dr. Delica is on a mission to empower women to walk into their royal purpose, and she does that by the passion and purpose that God has given her. So today, we just want to talk a little bit more about the queen within, because we know the queen is not about what you look like on the outside, is what you are from within. Dr. Fayola, how are you doing today?
Greetings, good afternoon. I'm honored and delighted to be with you today, and thank you for this opportunity.
Are you the crown that you're a queen, or it's because of what's going on the inside?
Well, definitely a true queen is someone that does the internal work. They know their value, they know their purpose, they know why God has brought them onto the earth. Because to truly be a queen and a royal queen and be able to walk into your royal purpose is first finding what is your purpose on the earth. And so for a woman to do so is really spending time with God, knowing the gifts and talents that God has placed on the inside of them, definitely knowing their divine purpose on the earth and what their assignment is. And once they're able to dominate and overcome the challenges from within, then they can truly exuberate the love, the beauty that they have on the inside to be able to expose themselves on the outside. And it's all about not only overcoming your challenges personally, but being a woman who can excel and be an example for other women to overcome by helping them to realize no matter what obstacles you've been through, that you're able to overcome them. No matter what challenges in life, they were there to make you stronger, to know your inner strength and definitely your inner beauty.
You're wearing a crown today because you're actually a reigning queen. You're a reigning queen for which pageant?
Yes, I am your Miss International Excellence 2021-2022, and it's through the pageant system of Crowning Excellence by Dr. Fayola Delica. I've been doing pageantry since 2016. It's definitely been a part of my ministry, and it's an opportunity to inspire and empower women, young and old, black and white, rich or poor, to know that, it's not really about the sash and crown. That's just a platform, an opportunity to expose my platform on a bigger scale. It's truly about me, the person, the gifts that God has allowed me, as my pageantry platform is Empowerment 360, as I am the founder and executive director of the 360 Evolution Academy, which is a holistic etiquette school for youth between the ages of 11 and 17. And we've been established since 2014 here in South Florida.
Awesome. So, so you're using your platform as a queen, as a reigning queen, to embrace, the God-given talents that the Lord has given you, and also to empower others. So just explain and expound a little bit on what it is that you actually do for the youth, because that is so important, because they're the future.
Well, I started to do volunteer work with youth since I was a child myself. But it was at the time when I just moved back to South Florida, and I was trying to figure out what's my next move, what God was going to allow me to do in that season. And for about 3 years, I volunteered with Junior Achievement South Florida. And I was teaching financial literacy and entrepreneurship. And when I realized the challenges that some of the youth were having, it was an opportunity for me to be able to fill that gap through my nonprofit. So it's an etiquette school. We teach life skills and personal and character development. We do courses on finances, mental and emotional health, spiritual health and purity, public speaking, leadership, educational, professional goal setting. We provide scholarships. We provide capital seed for youth to start their own businesses or to help maintain their businesses. So it's an opportunity to help kids understand, no matter where you come from, what background you have, is that anything is possible and you can reach your goals and dreams. Whether you come from the inner city, whether you come from a single family home, it's really providing them the right skill sets to be successful in life, because they have it in them regardless of those challenges. Those challenges are there to help them to know who they really are.
Awesome. Your testimonies range from, when I read your bio, it's so much going on. And, it's the word of God tells us that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So what would you say that being a reigning queen, because as you say, it's not about the sash and the crown, it's also about what you've been through, where you're going, where you are today. How has it helped you to be the queen within that you say that you are?
I've come to learn that obstacles and challenges are really stepping stones to your greatness. When I was homeless, it was a hard thing to swallow because I couldn't understand how I got to that place. Being well educated, coming from a good family, and losing everything in 2000. And during the economic crash of 2008, I really began to understand that I was not defined by the big house that I had, the car that I was driving, or the materialistic things that we define success. I had to understand that I was my value, I was my worth. And by doing so, it helped me to realize that I can help other people to overcome their challenges, and understanding that it's your perspective. You can look at hardship as a negative thing, or you can look at it as a positive thing. Of course, I wouldn't wish some of my experiences on my worst enemy, but it really helped me to understand, one, who my God really is and that I am truly loved. Two, it helped me to understand my inner strength. And three, as Kurt Franklin stated one time, that your purpose is in your pain. And I didn't understand that until later on in life. And that my pain has not only produced my purpose, but it's produced my ministry, it's produced my businesses, my nonprofits, because all that is surrounded around helping people to overcome challenges and to live their best life now.
Awesome. So in the process of you moving from homelessness to now being an educator, being a reigning queen, being an apostle, and the list goes on of being. How did that time of homelessness really help you to formulate where you are right now?
It really helped me to understand, as I stated before, I'm not defined by my materialistic things. When I was trying to regain my dignity, my respect, my identity, I could not walk around with my resume. I could not walk around with my bio of all the accomplishments I even had before I became homeless. But it helped me to change my perspective and understand that I had to die to myself. I had to die to my emotions. I had to die to my motives. I had to die to my drive. I'm very ambitious and a driven person, but it was not directed in the path that God wanted it to be. It was understanding that everything that I was going to get was because it was directed to my assignment, my kingdom assignment. I'm a kingdom builder. I'm a child of God. I look from a kingdom perspective, not as a church goer or as a believer, because those people have different perspectives. And once I began to understand that was a process God was taking me, so me to die to flesh, just like Abraham. In the Bible, Abraham was told to leave his home, leave everything he knew, to go to a place he didn't even know where he was going. So I had a similar process, and in that process, God was training me for the greatness. God was prepping me for the life that was to come. So, in ministry, you have to learn not to be in your feelings. There's times in my old self, I would cut people off if they got me upset. But as a minister and as an apostle, I had to understand that I look past the person and identify what is their issue. Is it a spirit? Is it challenges that they need to overcome? So it really helps in my maturity level that now I am a true reflection of who God is. When people see me, they're going to see God. They're not going to see Fayola. When people see me, they're going to see Jesus Christ. They're not going to see the experiences that I've been through or the challenges that I've been through. So it's an understanding that all that we go through in life is to produce, it's just like the fiery furnace. We go through that process. A diamond is a dirty rock in the beginning, but once it goes through the furnace where the fire burns out the impurities, you see the beauty of it. And that's why I sit before you today as a queen, a royal queen, a reigning queen, and a queen who's on a mission to help other people to understand their true value and self-worth.
Awesome. As we close, we have 1 more minute before closing. What would you say to a woman who is struggling with her identity, with who she is, who she should be, where she should go?
That particular woman, I want to say this to you. I was you. I was you from a child who was 5 years old when I first was molested. I was you when I had to experience a lot of hardships in life. And I used to ask myself, maybe God does not love me. Maybe, I'm a mistake, because I couldn't understand why I was going through those challenges. So I want to help you to understand you're not alone in this journey called life. You're not the only one that have experiences to experience what you've experienced, but to know that you are strong. You are well equipped for the challenges and the obstacles. You are an overcomer. That's what the word of God says. You are victorious. And to know that what can't kill you would definitely make you stronger, but it's all about finding who you really are. And I will tell you, challenges will get you on your knees. Challenges will help you to get deeper and closer to God. And once you do, your identity comes from Him. It doesn't come from man. It doesn't come from your accomplishments. or your human capacity. It comes from a spiritual place, a place of finding out, to asking God in that place, what is my purpose? What are the gifts and talents that you place in the inside of me? Because I want to be like the late Dr. Miles Monroe. I am emptying out everything that God has placed in the inside of me to make a difference in the world. Because the richest place in the world, unfortunately, is not the big mansions. It's not where the millionaires and billionaires live, but it's in the cemeteries. Because many people have died with their gifts and talents. So I want to let you know, you are a queen. Stand in your royal position and know your royal purpose.
What better way to end the Queen Within with none other than Dr. Fayola Delica today on the MichRich Show. It was a pleasure to have you. Our guests today were none other than Queen Delpha, Queen Delarice, and there we have it from Queen Fayola Delica. So we just want to thank you. In closing, in every woman there is a queen. In the words of Oprah Winfrey, and I quote, "Think like a queen and never be afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness."